Hi, I wanted to do a video vlog today about my health journey. Well, my health journey started well over 3.5 years ago when I was first diagnosed with lupus. And then on June 7th of 2016, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer. Um, I've been wanting to do this because I've seen other um, folks on on the vlogs and videos discussing their health journeys, and I found that it really helped me in understanding what I could be facing and just give me some type of understanding of what this disease is, because I've never even heard of it before I was diagnosed. I just totally blew me away. I thought I was just a little anemic, was going to go in to see an oncologist to discuss that, but a little more than what I thought. So I was diagnosed with stage 2 multiple myeloma, and again, like I said, it's a blood cancer. Um, and a couple things that I've learned and I just wanted to pass along, which I thought definitely helped me. And other folks have also talked about is getting a good support system, either if that's some type of counseling or group session. But what worked for me is just doing my own research and reading about it. And I was blessed to have good family and friends and a wonderful boyfriend who was there for me each step of the way, even with the diagnosis, getting me to chemo, and then in regards to friends, people that I can call at any time to discuss it, send them text messages, and I had a wonderful girlfriend who set up a GoFundMe account because at the time I was looking for another job when I got the diagnosis, so I had to put my job search on hold until I, can figure out what's going on, especially with going to chemo every week. Didn't want to start a new job with, say, hey, thanks for hiring me, but I have to take off every week to get my chemo. And it's a blessing that I did it that way, because in the first couple of weeks was really good with chemo. Right now I'm in my 10th week of chemo. But the first 2 weeks, no problems. I was just getting Velcade shots to the belly at the time. I did start my Revlimid, which is in a pill format. Didn't start that until my 3rd week of chemo. My body didn't tolerate it that well. I got a lot of stiff joints, um, swelling in the legs. I was just so stiff at one point, and so slightly nauseous. I was definitely taking my nausea medicine at that time to help get me through those type of situations. My boyfriend had to help me get in and out of the shower. Um, and what else can I tell you about that time period? It was just a rough time period. So if I was working at the time, that would have been just hard to be off about 2 weeks while I was going through that. But once I got into my 4th and 5th week of um, chemo, it seems like my body was tolerating it a lot better. Oh, I also had eye situations where my eyes were just swelling up, and I'm sure it was related to the medicine. I had to go see my ophthalmologist. He wasn't, surprised by that, because he also said he's seen this type of swelling in his leukemia patients, which also multiple myeloma is kind of related to that as well. So with him prescribing those drops, that definitely helped. And then going back to a good support system. Definitely, I would also stress again, having someone go with you on these appointments, because especially when they're giving you diagnoses and things that could be coming up and asking questions, sometimes you're listening to the doctor and you're caught up in your own thoughts. And it's good to have someone sitting right beside you, which was my boyfriend was definitely great with that. I'm processing the last couple of things the doctor said, where I may have missed some other key points in relations to, you know, what my meds I should be taking and things like that. So it's just good having someone else there to hear things as well. And then, if you missed it, you guys can discuss it later and say, no, you missed that point. And I know why I missed that point because I was concentrating on some other things my doctor has said. Um, but right now, again, like I said, I'm in my 10th week. Everything is going pretty well. Um, and I just got some good news about 2 weeks ago. So I am responding to the chemo, which is great. I think the next step would be, I think in mid-September, they're going to test me again to see if the protein levels have come down. And if they have, then they're going to schedule me for a stem cell transplant, which from what I understand, it'll be replacing the unhealthy blood cells with healthy ones. So I'm scheduled to do that at Mayo Clinic out here in Arizona. Um, and I'm hoping to get time in where I can just be in the hospital for 2 weeks for that process. They say I can live close enough to the facility where I can be an outpatient, but I don't want to do that traveling back and forth. I'd rather just be somewhere, let them do whatever they need to do, and if so there'll be no worries about, am I getting a fever? Is this going on? Am I having an infection? They could be right there to handle any of that. So I hope to come back to you guys again to tell you how that went. Um, and that's all I wanted to give you guys at the moment. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and I also wanted to say that I'm open to any questions or if you have any concerns or anything else you want me to discuss in any detail, just leave me a message and I'll get right back to you. Thank you. Be blessed.